Quick review of our laws of exponents. Negative exponents need to be changed into positive exponents. You do that by writing it as a fraction, flipping it, and the act of flipping it changes the sign of the exponent. We need to remember that anytime we see an exponent of 0, that is equal to 1. When you multiply, you add your exponents. When you divide, you subtract your exponents. And when you have an exponent on the outside of the parentheses, that's when you multiply it to exponents on the inside of the parentheses. We're going to simplify the following and express the answers as positive exponents. Therefore, anytime I get a negative exponent, I need to rewrite it as a fraction, flip it, and change the sign. The first thing I need to do is resolve this in the bottom. I need to have a situation where there's no operations that need to take place in the top of the fraction and no operations in the bottom. So right now I'm going to leave the top the way it is, and I'm going to multiply these together. My rule is when I multiply, I add my exponents. A -1 and an 8 added together is going to give me 7. My next rule is dividing. When I divide exponents, I'm supposed to subtract. So I'm going to write my variable down. That's going to be -20 minus 7. -20 minus 7 is -27. Remember, negative exponents need to be changed to positive exponents. Rewrite this as a fraction, flip it, and change the sign of that exponent. Number 2, I'm multiplying. I'm going to multiply all these together, and when I multiply, I'm supposed to add my exponents. When I don't see an exponent, there's an exponent of 1, so it may be helpful to write down the problem and write an exponent of 1 right there. I'm going to combine these two together first. -98 plus 0 is still -98. Then -98 plus 1, -97. I'm not supposed to write it with negative exponents, so write this as a fraction, flip it, and change the sign of the exponent. Number 3, again, I need to do all operations in the top of the fraction and all operations in the bottom of the fraction before I divide. When I multiply, what am I supposed to do with my exponents? I'm supposed to add them together. 56 plus 64 is 120. When I multiply, what am I supposed to do with my exponents? I'm supposed to add these together. 6 and -60 added together . Now I'm ready to divide. What am I supposed to do with my exponents? When I divide, I'm supposed to subtract. This should be 120 minus a -54. That's going to be 120 plus 54. 120 plus 54 is 174. I need to resolve all operations in the top before I divide. When I multiply, what am I supposed to do with my exponents? I'm supposed to add them together. So I want to take these two and add these together first. A -1 and a -43 added together is going to give me -44. Then I'm going to add these two together. A -44 and a -3 added together Now I'm ready to divide. When I divide, what am I supposed to do with my exponents? I'm supposed to subtract them. So this is x -47 minus 52. -47 minus 52, -99. Again, you're not supposed to write this with negative exponents. That means I need to rewrite this as a fraction and flip this and change the sign of my exponents.